Hi everyone, welcome to Dream and Be Reviews. I am your host, J.E., and today we're going to be talking about King Richard. I want to first off say thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps me out. On this channel, we're going to be doing reviews on TV, movie, and anime. Anyway, thank you so much, and let's jump into it. So, what's the synopsis of this film? The beginning or the rise of two of the greatest tennis icons, the Williams sisters, who were brought to such prowess by their father, Richard Williams.
Remember I say I got these two great tennis players, and we're still looking for a coach.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Wilson, listen.
No, it's
We're
Williams.
in the middle of practice here.
Williams. This is my daughter, this is Venus. This is my other daughter, Serena.
Nice to meet you, girls.
It won't take but a minute to watch him hit a few balls.
Yeah.
This film is directed by Renardi Marcus Green. It stars Will Smith. It stars Angelina Else Taylor, who I always got it wrong, and the two that star the girls, Demi Singleton and Saya Sweeney. So, I had heard about this film way before the Oscars and way before the whole controversy that happened. It was on my to-do list to watch because I'd heard really good reviews about it. And basically, at the ceremony, the slap happens, and I'm like, you know what? I need to take some time out from Will Smith. However, finally, I got a chance to watch the film on the flight home for being on holiday, and I feel quite amazed by the fact I had the worst headphones you could imagine given to me by the airline. Obviously, I had those headphones, but somehow this film was able to transcend and speak to me. So this film decides to focus on looking at family dynamics. This film looks at, as a father, what are the choices you need to make. This film also looks at how to work in such an extraordinary and isolated environment. And you can really tell that this film tries to, even based on the writing, really tries to elevate, and Will Smith as well, elevate the Williams family, really tries to show what was really going on and how people may have misconstrued or misunderstood what was really happening. So let's talk about the actors in this. First off, let's look at the elephant in the room, Will Smith. Now, I think I alluded earlier that I needed to take a break from Will Smith after the whole thing that happened with the slap. So it took me quite a while to get back on board. However, I've done a review on a recent film of his called Bad Boys for Life, #4. And in that, I was kind of reminded that Will Smith, he's a great actor. However, in this film, this is where you really see why they gave him the Oscar.
You can't just keep interrupting.
What you got to understand is you're dealing with the image of a 14-year-old child. And this child gonna be playing when your old ass and me gonna be in the grave.
Now, there's always a telltale sign when you see a film getting multiple awards that it's gonna win the Oscar, basically. And this film won the BAFTA, the Screenwriters Guild Award, it won the Golden Globe, and it was just so refreshing to see Will Smith take on such a interesting role, and you could see the methodical and the, I'm not gonna say religious, passionate is a better word, passionate desire to really bring this whole situation and represent the Williams family in the best light possible. And I like that the film tried to, how can I say this, have conversations about some choices that were being made by Mr. Williams. Another standout performance was Angelique Else Taylor. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name, my dear. Who was playing the mother. Now, her scenes weren't a lot. Hear me out. They weren't a lot. However, when it was time for her to come across and represent and bring forth how she believes the situation as the mother in that situation, they were pure gold. Like, there was no scene wasted. You definitely felt that she really made her moments count that would add and magnify the situation and really bring this sense of love, attention, and tension where it was really needed.
And I carried you too, working 2 shifts so I could put food on your table. That open stance, you got that from me.
Oh, you did that?
Another stand-up performance for me was basically the girls. You've got Demi Singleton. Now, her playing Serena was, you know what? I just love the way the director allowed them to be kids, but also they grew into being athletes, and I thought that was amazing. And then you also have Saya Sweeney, her as she was supposed to be the underdog, and you got to see this dynamic of what was really going on, and I loved their performance. Another stand-up performance was for me was seeing John Bernthal. Now, I'm a massive Punisher fan. The first 2 seasons I thought were super great, but it was great to see him changing it up, doing something completely different, and I love the on-screen chemistry between him and Will Smith, and what it would have felt like as his character would come in and was trying to get the best for the girls at the time and working with the family, and you kind of felt sorry for him when you realize what Will Smith's character, Mr. Williams, was putting him through to get them to a certain point. But yeah, it was. I thought it was really brilliant, and I just loved the way it all perspired between them two. For me, overall, though, this film had a lot of heart, and it had an interesting choice of how to represent some of the choices that were being made. Now, I didn't know much about the history, but I love the way that this interpretation, this presentation, this kind of like epilogue of just what was going on, we got to see it and we could understand how Will Smith's character, Mr. Williams, had to make these giant decisions on how best to make sure his kids get the best education, get the best funding, and get the best mentality for them to be the best in the world. When you're going up against such a mechanized and a very corporate system of just pumping out athletes, it felt like not giving really consideration to how their development might be. But yeah, but for me, it is a brilliant film. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Worth every penny. I still remember on the plane for myself, I was at scenes where I'm crying, tears streaming down my face, and man, I'm on a plane. I don't want to be crying next to the person next to me and but it just gave so much testament that even though it's like a 4x4 screen, just being there and just being able to witness the energy, yeah, Will smashed it in this film, and I just want to give him so many props for what he did. So that's my review for King Richard. And I want to ask, have you seen the film King Richard? If you have, what did you think about it? Is there any other films that you've seen of Will Smith that you like? Even if you've seen Bad Boys 4, let me know. But yeah, other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for checking us out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And like I like to say, if you can dream, you can be.